Hello everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I have a guest with me today. This is Jax.
What's up?
So today we are going to be doing a review of the Haus Laboratories palette, but my friend here is not the greatest with makeup and wanted to come in and play with the palette with me, and I'm going to teach her some tips and some tricks on doing her makeup. If you guys are here for the whole video, great. This will probably be a long one. If you just want to see that Haus Laboratories palette and the swatches and all that good stuff, I will make sure to put the time that I'm going to start that in the description below, so you can skip right forward if you just want to see the palette. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into Tutorial Tuesdays.
Woo! Dum da dum. Drum roll, please.
All right, so when I say she's not really great with makeup, really.
That's an understatement.
When she said she wanted to come play with a palette, I was like, cool, bring your foundation and your concealer and whatever it is that you use. And she goes, what foundation? What? So we had to take a lovely trip to CVS. I'll input a little bit of footage here, but we went and we had to do foundation matching, and I have trouble matching my own foundation, so I did my absolute best. But we got some drugstore stuff for her, so we've got the Revlon Color Stay in 460 Macadamia. I think we went a little dark on this. We did the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline for the concealer. So we've got that, and then we picked her up a little beauty blender, a little bit of powder that she's probably going to need.
I've seen those videos.
And then we got her own eyeliner, pencils, and whatnot, because if you guys don't know, the one thing you never do when sharing makeup, do not use somebody else's brushes, do not use their mascara, do not use their eyeliners. You don't want to be putting things in your eyes that have been in other people's eyes, so if you guys are doing each other's makeup, always have your own mascara, eyeliners, and brushes.
No corona.
That's for more than just corona. I'm just kidding. There's a lot of other, there's pink eye, there's, infections and bacterias and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you guys might hear a bunch of bleeps, but that's we got this naughty potty mouth in the building. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna teach her base. So we're gonna go through my routine, but I'm going to have her do her own makeup with me as she watches me do it, and hopefully that will...
Wait, my eyeshadow too? And
your eyeshadow.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay, this is a little much for today.
No, I'm going to do the eyeshadow for you. I'm going to teach you to do your base. You're talking primer, foundation, concealers, your base, right? And baking. You're so excited to learn what all this is. It's just like, I'm gonna bake.
Well, I watch these videos and I'm like, then I try to do it, I come out looking like a whole different.
Well, in all reality,
not the same.
Today I will be baking her face, because as you guys that watch me probably already know, I don't bake my face because I have really, really dry skin. But for her, she's got more like normal skin, and in fact, it does look a little bit more like on the oily side. So for
I like
her,
the oil on.
Well, then baking will be great.
I don't oil on my face.
So for her, we're going to be doing most likely baking the face. One, so that I can just show you guys it because it's fun, and two, because you'll see how it sets and it brightens and lightens the face. And so we switched places so that I could give her the better mirror.
Oh, we're not.
We're going to start with primer. So I have really big pores. You do not. The Tatcha Silk Canvas is my go-to.
It's the best.
And so I use this just kind of in the areas where I have the biggest pores.
There's so many things here, guys. I don't know what any of them do, but they look very exciting. This is a stick with hair on the end. Some call it a brush. You'd think that I had many glasses of this before we started. Nope.
No, this is just her personality all the time. Your fingers are clean, yes?
Yeah.
Always clean your hands before you put on foundation, whatever, especially if you're using your hands. So this is a pore filling primer as well, but not as, so you're going to just kind of put it in your fingers like this, and then you're just going to kind of tap it around your face. And you should pat.
Why?
Because this fills all the pores, and your biggest pores are nose, ears, forehead, and chin.
This is good. I'm asking beginner questions.
Yes.
For the beginners watching.
Yeah, and that's one reason I wanted to do this, guys, is because she's a beginner. Sometimes when I'm doing my tutorials, I might just be going over things and you might have questions, and she's the perfect one because she can ask those questions for you. I'm not sitting here by myself.
I feel a lot of pressure now. Ooh, this feels so good.
Doesn't it?
What is this?
So just remember too, if you're ever putting on primer or foundation and you are using your hands, always either tap, which is what I like to do, just kind of pat it in so you're not smearing it everywhere.
And on my eyes too.
But no, you don't have to put it there, but that's okay.
Okay.
But if you ever are massaging it in, always massage up on the skin. Never down. Down edges.
Oh, we
You
don't
want to go
that.
against gravity, not with it.
We want to look
Right?
like babies.
Now that
I
we're
like this.
primed, now we go into our foundation. So she is going to be using the Revlon Color Stay 24-Hour Foundation. And of course, you guys should already know what I'm going into, my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. And then she is going to be using, of course, the Age Rewind Concealer. And I am going to be using my go-to Smashbox Photo Finish. What I like to do, see, you already started right, girl. Right on the back of the hand. Just squirt, squirt, squirt.
Squirt, squirt.
2 or 3, depending on how you feel. Grab that lovely beauty blender. Get a couple tap, tap, taps. And then, girl, just start spreading it around your face. Honestly, with you, you don't need a lot of foundation. You have really clear, pretty skin. So once you blend it around, you should be good. So don't put it on the eyes.
Oh. You know?
We're gonna put a primer on the eyes. And me, myself, personally, I get like, you know, my little wrinkles under the eyes. So I literally will just kind of keep it, see how I'm keeping it away from my under eye?
Yes.
I'm keeping it away from the
Oh,
under
right.
eye because I'm gonna put concealer there.
down
So
there.
I don't wanna put too much product. Less is more.
More is more.
You want no, especially when you have beautiful skin like yours. Less is more. You want that beautiful skin to just come through.
Okay, this actually is not bad. You
So
did a
you
good
just
job.
pat it all around. Yeah, see?
No, I mean, because you picked the color.
Yeah, well, you want it to match your neck, right? So look at your neck and look at your face.
Yeah.
See?
That's why I always come out like at my house and the lighting's different. I'm like, oh, my skin's like dark on my face and my neck's like lighter.
Yeah, you match it to your neck. Always match your foundation to your neck.
Always.
So once it's all patted in, you want to get a little bit on your neck and just a little bit on like the ears right here. Look how I'm doing. Yeah, because that way you don't. Because some people will walk out and they'll have like discolored ears. You want to just kind of blend it down.
Like it's all
But you always do that last.
Get aggressive.
Don't
too
be
aggressive.
aggressive with your skin. It's gonna make you look old.
It's gonna make you look old. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
If you're like us and you like to put the foundation on the back of your hand to do your makeup, one of the worst things that could happen is you end up later on wiping that hand on your clothes or touching something.
I do that.
So I always keep makeup wipes right there and you just go boop boop.
But we shouldn't share wipes.
Well, right now I'm
Kidding.
not. We're not putting it on our face.
Shit.
Okay, let me see how you're looking. Beautiful. Perfect. I mean, you were already perfect. Now you're just more perfect.
See, normally I'd be like, great, let's go to the bar now. Oh, I'd put mascara on, then I'd go.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that. All right, so now we're gonna go into our concealer. So you can use that same beautiful beauty blender. Now this Age Rewind, the only thing I don't like about it, I hate the applicator, but it is a really good product.
See, I think that would be cool. It's not a good applicator.
I prefer to just like put it on. You'll see what you'll see what I'm about to do versus what you're doing. Don't go crazy with the concealer. You don't need a lot of it. Me, I do. So you're gonna put it just really under your eyes.
Go
That's
team.
enough. I usually put a little bit here to brighten
Here.
and here to brighten. Yeah. So now instead of go team, you're poking.
What about
eyes.
right here?
You can if you want, and then put a little bit down on the bottom. That's how I do it. Different, yeah.
Natiri.
Take your sponge,
Ewa.
your sponge, and blend, blend, blend. So, and then when you're doing under your eyes, watch me. So you went a little close to your eye. I try to stay away from the wrinkles because it will settle in there. So you want to kind of not pull down, but don't let the product push up too high under the eye because you put eyeshadow there anyways. There's no point in going, you know, heavy with concealer directly under.
I just like, oh, I probably look like a crazy person right now. This is so crazy.
Oh yeah, the facial expressions.
Yeah, but have you ever, because you watch people look in the mirror?
Yeah.
People make different faces when they look in the mirror.
Yeah, people watch me on YouTube, and I constantly make different faces. I really want you to blend that thing on your lip because it looks really bad, please.
Okay, I have to go. Oh my gosh.
Let's see how bright underneath your eyes is now compared to the rest of your face.
Is that blended? Like, okay.
Yeah, let me see it.
So that's good.
It's very good.
This?
Yeah, so go ahead and do the rest.
Okay.
And then we're going to get into our lovely powders.
Well, you already did yours? That's so crazy. So fast. Okay. I'm so impressed. I feel like I'm getting to see your world. You're right, I went into the wrinkles. You know, not hard.
Yeah, you'll learn not to.
Don't do that,
Get
guys.
used to it.
Wow! This is great.
Right. Okay, so now one of the things that happens with concealer, and this is one reason you don't want to throw stuff on your eyes, is you need to put powder on. Because if you don't put powder on, it will settle in wrinkles. I don't care how good your skin is, because everybody has some sort of lines under their eyes, right?
Of course, yeah.
So I gave you a clean brush. All these brushes are clean. So grab one of those. You're going to go into your powder, just very lightly. And the first thing I do with a small brush is I will just take it. So you want to make sure there's no lines. So see how I've got a little bit of creasing? Sometimes I'll take a little bit like this brush, a little denser brush, and just kind of clear out those little creases I've got. You don't have any right now.
Okay.
And then you're going to take that powder and just kind of go right under the eye. Because this is going to like set it so that it doesn't move around or shift. And then I like to take it under the eye. You don't want to go heavy on the powder, just very light. You don't need a lot to set it. And then what I'll do is I'll take a little bit and I'll take it around the nose right here because the big brush doesn't get right there very well. And again, just this is another place. So as you do your own makeup, you might have settling in different areas. You might have settling around the lips or something like that. So you want to just put a little bit more focus on those areas. I don't put it around my lips because I don't get settling there. I just get it around the nose and under the eye. Now you can take that big brush I gave you, and it's not the highest quality, but you know I wanted to give you a clean brush. So you're going to take your big brush and you're going to dip that into your powder. Get a nice little coat of your powder. And this one you're just going to kind of take all over the face wherever you put foundation. Oh, you know what? I was going to bake you.
What is that?
So we're going to do it just for fun.
Okay.
Why not? This is a translucent powder. It's going to look super, super white. When you put on your powders, this one, instead of using what we just used, you can use something like this. And you can just take, I'm not going to go too heavy on you, especially because I don't bake a lot. You can put it on your beauty blender and look towards me. Stick it underneath the eyes, right?
So like helps it set more.
This is what sets. And baking, it actually allows the foundation and concealer to warm up. That's why they call it baking. And it kind of fuses and melts into the skin. So it gives it a more realistic look. But if you're like me with super dry skin, it doesn't do that. It just dries me out like crazy. So I'm not going to go too heavy on the powder because we already did it. But we're going to put there. And then since we're going to be contouring you, we're just going to go all out. And we're going to kind of go, so your contour should always go from ear here to lip, right? So that's your kind of your contour line. So like halfway through your ear, down to your lip. That's usually most people's contour line. So when you're baking, you're going to take your baking right under that line. So look at your face right there. You can see where I put it in. You're going to go right under where you're going to contour because it's going to brighten you up. So turn. So typically you would let that sit for, I don't know, a while you're doing other things, which you can do. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into brows. Honestly, guys, before you keep going, we're doing our brows off camera. I don't want this video to be an hour long, so see you in a bit. Hi, we're back.
Oh, it's recording. When did you?
It's recording.
Oh, okay.
We're back. We did our brows off camera.
Yes.
So she has beautiful brows. I think we both need to go get them waxed, but you know.
Yes, I do.
Salons aren't open yet, so deal with it. So now that we're done with that, now you would just take your fluffy brush and you just kind of, you know, dust your little bake away. It is the moment that I've all been waiting for. It's time to open this box. Inside here is my Haus Laboratories order. I have not used any of Lady Gaga's makeup to date. So this is going to be like really a first impressions review of Haus Laboratories. I have her new palette. Someday I'm going to get this box open.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's black and white. It says Haus Laboratories. Not beautiful yet. So this is the Haus Laboratories Stupid Love Palette. It is the new Haus Laboratories palette. I've been sitting on this palette for almost 2 weeks. Waiting to film. This is my first time opening it, so I'm gonna let the camera see it first.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And there's a cover on it. How cute. So this is the palette.
That's awesome.
Right? Oh wow. Guys, this is so gorgeous. Pretty palette. I am so excited to dive into some of these colors and play around in here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started the same way we always do with a review, which is with some color swatches. So what I love about today is, you know, it's always nice to see the color swatches done on different skin tones. I have my lovely, beautiful tan friend here, and she can actually put them on as well, so that we can kind of get a different version of how these look on different skin tones. So I'm going to teach Jax here how to color swatch. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start top to bottom. We're going to start with our first swatch, which is 911, and then we're going to show the camera. So that, guys, is 911.
Can you really see that?
So the next one we're going to get into is Free Woman. So 911 was like a matte, really bright white. Free Woman is definitely a very sparkly metallic silver. Very creamy texture, pretty well pigmented. So that is Free Woman.
Free Woman.
Mm-hmm. The next one we're going to get into is Enigma. Enigma is like a matte, almost like a soft blue shade. So we're going to dip right into Enigma. There's quite a bit of fallout, at least on this color. So we'll see how they perform. Yeah, we'll see how they perform when
I
we
hate
put it
all
on
of
the
these
eyes.
on my skin, but
They're
how are you
really
doing?
pretty.
Really? I don't like that. None of
Enigma.
those. It's a little intense for me though.
Well, the reality of it is too is we're going to use a primer on your eyes, so these are going to come out a lot brighter. So you'll
Oh,
probably
are
like
they?
them a lot more when
They
they're
just
on your
they
eyes.
look really like.
I think they look really pretty on your skin, but whatever you say. The next one we're going to get into is 1,000 Doves, which is a kind of a metallic pink. Very pretty in the pan. I love Get Lady Gaga. I really want this review to be amazing, but it's like I am kind of having to go over it more than once. But again, a lot of the time swatches don't perform as well as it'll perform on your eyes. So we'll see. But this is definitely a beautiful metallic pink. So this is 1,000 Doves. So if you can see that. Alright, so the next color we're going to get into is Plastic Doll. It's a very similar pink to 1,000 Doves, but it's not metallic, it's matte. So there you go. That's Plastic Doll. Okay. The next one we're going to get into is Stupid Love, which is more of like a brown pink color. And it's another matte.
Wait, I like that one.
Yeah, very, very pretty. This one's definitely the
pretty.
most pigmented thus far. Very pretty color.
That's my favorite one.
Okay.
I like that one.
So that is your Stupid Love.
I want you stupid.
The next one we're doing is actually a white metallic. It's underneath 911, which was the other matte white, and it's called Light Up. This is your Light Up metallic white. And then our next one is called Sign.
Sign.
Is it supposed to be shine?
Like a sine
or
wave.
sign? Like a sign.
Like music, like a sine wave.
Is that what it's called?
Like a sine wave, like a
I
straight
learned something
wave.
new
And
today.
a sine
Right
wave.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Sign is beautiful. It's a very, very beautiful, like royal blue matte shade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's super, super, super vibrant royal blue. Beautiful, beautiful blue shade. So that is Sign. You can see it there.
Sine wave.
All right.
That's dope. I'm liking all the colors now.
Oh, now that you're starting to see them on your arm.
Now that I'm seeing everything.
Now that you're seeing them together.
It's like, oh,
Now they starting to look cute. Our next one is called Rain on Me, which is, wow, this is like an interesting one. I'm really interested to see how these are going to come out in the swatches. So we're going to start with Rain on Me, which is the blue metallic shade with the kind of dark undertone. Really translucent, but very, very pretty. And yeah, it does give you this kind of dark undertone. So there you guys go. That is Rain on Me. Alright, so the next color we're going to go ahead and get into is that Alice, which is the purple metallic with that dark undertone. Ooh. Oh, this may be one of my favorite colors.
Oh, that's really pretty.
That is so pretty, and it's so creamy and smooth. This is her best metallic in the pan. I don't know what she did with this, and it's funny because usually the purples are the ones that are the worst, and there's something about this shade that is so creamy and so sparkly and so pretty.
That's
this
so
is
pretty.
Alice.
I like Alice.
The next one we're getting into is interesting. This one's called Sour Candy. It is a metallic, but it's like an orangey kind of brown metallic. Where are we? Right here. So, yeah, let's see how this one looks. Oh, that is gorgeous, though. It looks like a copper. That's the best way to describe it. A very shiny, pretty copper. So that is Sour Candy. Right next to it, we have a matte, but kind of orange, which is called Enemy. It's a matte color, so we're going to jump right into that. You're doing so well with your swatches. I'm so proud of you. So that's Enemy.
A pro. Just didn't know.
We're gonna jump down now to, as you guys should already know, my favorite kind of colors, any types of teals, turquoises, blues like this. This one is actually called Peace. I really, really hope that this one lays down really well because this is probably gonna be one of the ones I'm gonna be playing in. A lot of fallout. Whole lot of fallout. Beautiful pigment, beautiful color, whole lot of fallout. But that is Peace. Yeah, they're really pretty. I'm very impressed. For the most part, they're really pretty. There's a lot of
I still
fallout.
like the top
I'm
two.
okay with fallout though. If I know
that's a
palette,
good idea.
yeah. If I'm using really dark colors, or I know that the palette I'm using has a lot of fallout, I just do my eyeshadow first. It's really no big deal. I do not mind fallout at all. Some people do, so I'm gonna let you guys know if it has fallout. But for me, I'll just change the way I do my makeup. You guys will see a lot of the times I do my eyeshadow first. All right, the next color we're getting into is another, it's a darker blue with an even darker undertone to it. It's another metallic with like I said, like almost a dark reflex in it. It's called Fun Tonight. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I really like that blue. That's super pretty, who knows. So this is Fun Tonight. I apologize if you hear fireworks in the background. I don't have a soundproof studio and people are, think it's already 4th of July, So Fun Tonight, beautiful, beautiful dark blue metallic shade. I'm in love with it. Now Motion, this is where I have a lot of fun. This is a black metallic, but it absolutely looks like it has like a blue, I don't know if you can see it, almost a blue reflex in it.
It looks cool. Oh, that's so pretty.
So pretty.
Ooh, I like that.
Do you?
Yeah, that's dope. Oh,
Great
look
for
at that.
smoky eyes.
Wow, there's like purple in it too, and like
blue
greens.
and purple, yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
So that's Motion.
That's way cool. I like that.
That's your metallic-y black. The next one we're getting into is called Replay, which is another metallic, and this is like a nice deep purple metallic. I think this one's going to be really pretty too. Not as impressed as I thought it was going to be with that one. It's good, but it's not.
It's not as cool as the
Yeah,
first purple one.
It's kind of lackluster.
Alice is cooler.
Yeah, Alice is definitely cooler. So that would be Replay, which is your dark purple metallic. The next one is a dark deep brown, a dark matte brown. Let's see how it comes out. This one is a little patchy and has fallout. So again, I don't mind the fallout, but the patchy is just, we'll see how it blends out once we put it on the eyes. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this color or not yet though. But that is my Mind, which is a dark brown matte color. Alright, so the last color is another almost, it's funny because it's like a little bit darker than Sour Candy. So Sour Candy was that copper, and you see this, it's got almost a very similar vibe to it, but it's a deeper, darker, almost copper look. So it's another metallic, it's called Babylon, and this will be our last swatch of the palette. And honestly, that just looks like a metallic brown to me. It doesn't look copper at all. I mean, a little bit. But it's more of just a metallic brown shade. Okay? So that is our last color, Babylon. So I have a brand new beauty blender that I'm going to give her, that I've wet a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and start by priming your eyes. Alright, so what kind of colors would you like to put on your eyes? Do you want to stick with more of like a browny, bronzy, coppery look?
Yeah, because you're gonna do stuff that like I would want to recreate.
Do you want it to be more dark and smoky or more light and vibrant? Light and
Or
vibrant.
like natural.
Well, none of it's going to be natural.
Do you know what I mean?
So we're going to go with my kind of typical technique of doing things. Miss Jax here wants to go with kind of the more copper looks. I'll probably mess around more in the blues, so she wants to mess around with like this section of the palette. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the kind of orangey color Enemy. We're going to start there. I'm going to use that as a transition shade. Again, I never know how these things are going to look, until I just start getting into it. So let's just have a little bit of fun. So as I was just explaining to Jax, you see that we have two very, very, very different eyes. So with my eye, my crease, because my crease is here, I'm typically going to go high with my transition shade to try to bring it up closer to the brow bone. With Jax, she has much bigger eyes and much smaller space between the actual crease to the brow bone. So when you have eyes like this, you're going to want to stay a little bit lower, like more on top of the eyeball with your crease shade, instead of going up higher above the crease like I would since I have smaller eyes.
Makes sense.
I'm going to go ahead and take Stupid Love, and I'm going to go ahead and deepen out her outer V. So the next thing that we do is we're gonna go in with your crease, with your lid color. So now, anytime you're going in with a metallic, you may already know this if you've tried to put on makeup, but if you go in with a metallic and you just go in with a dry brush, it doesn't really stick too well. So what you want to do is wet your brush, not with water, with a setting spray. Spritz, 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 get a little wet, right? Get a little wet. And then we're gonna go into sour candy. Alright, so basically, if you look in the mirror,
Okay.
you're gonna see, very pretty, right?
Yes.
One of the first things you might notice is that really harsh line between your shimmery shade and the outer V color, right? Like you can see that line.
like
You
the-
see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me your eyes. You're gonna take this. You're gonna not put any product on it, and you're gonna go right there between those lines. And you're just gonna kind of tap like this. Go tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. And then tappy, tappy, tappy. So you still see the transition,
yeah.
but it's not
It's
so
not like-
harsh. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take Stupid Love, which is that dark brown that we used on the outer V, and we're gonna take that under the eyes. And then take whatever your other color, or you can take like a neutral color if you just want something neutral. So you're gonna take that color and you're going to bring it kind of closer to the inner corner. We want to do a brow bone highlight and a inner corner highlight. The only problem is that that palette doesn't really have anything good for brow bone or for inner corner. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to dip into a different palette. So of course I'm using my, Tati Beauty palette. And I think we're going to take, I think we're gonna take Soothe, and we're gonna use Soothe as your brow bone highlight. Now we have to do liner. So your girl don't like liner. I'm not a liner fan. So we gonna do your liner the way I did my liner.
Okay.
Which is we just gonna wet a brush. We gonna dip it into a little black,
you're doing
black
it?
eyeshadow. Do you wanna do it yourself?
I only do liner.
Well, you're gonna do it today.
Okay.
Okay. You need to close your eyes and be very, very still. Yep, mix it a little bit more on the other side.
Then you put a bunch of black on your eye. Stab your eye.
You're a makeup artist. If your makeup comes out bad, girl, it's not me, it's you, I promise. Because I'm amazing. You're the one with the problem.
Ugh. Okay.
Okay. Stick it in your eye when you're open. I know. Let me see
Okay.
your other one. Blends it out.
I just want to
That's it.
scratch all my face now.
No, don't scratch your face. Okay, so she's gonna go ahead and finish up her makeup over there for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my eye look, and I am gonna try to rush it because I don't want this to be a 2-hour long video. So of course, guys, I am priming with my MAC Paint Elite Paint Pot as per usual. I think I'm gonna actually play around and do some of the purples. I just haven't figured out a transition shade yet. I'm gonna go, with me, I'm just gonna go nuts. I'm gonna jump into Plastic Doll, this pink shade, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that for my transition and see what happens. And I think for the outside, I am going to take this metallic Replay, and I'm gonna use this for my outer V. And I'm not gonna wet the brush because I don't want the super metallic-y look on the outer V, I just want the color, so. I'm trying here, and I thought this purple was a little bit nicer than it was, but it's getting a little frustrating, Lady Gaga, man, I was rooting for you. I still am, but this eyeshadow's really hard to work with. And I get it, purples are super hard, but I ain't got time to be super blended in this, so we just move it on to the other eye. We'll try to save it later. Gaga, girl! Replay, this purple metallic is not doing it for me. This purple is super patchy, it has a lot of fallout, it's just not giving me the pigment I want, it blends like crap. I will say that the coppers and stuff that I used on Jax's eyes were so good, they blended so well. I mean, the metallic was a little, didn't shine the way I like metallics to shine, but overall I was okay with it, but this purple is like, girl, struggle bus. But I'm gonna always be honest, and that's one thing, no matter what happens with this channel, no matter how big I get, how small I stay, it doesn't matter. I always want real, truth, honesty. This is why I wait to even open these palettes and give you my first impression until, I'm on camera. You know, I want you guys to know that if you want a review of something, if you want to know something about a product, that you can come to me and I will be honest about it. And like I said, so far every other color, the pink I put in the transition shade, beautiful. The colors I used on Jax, beautiful. So I'm going to jump into Alice, which is the lighter purple. Please, makeup gods, let this one work for me because I don't want to spend any more time on one color. So I'm going to grab my packing brush. Same deal with all my metallics. I'm going to spritz my brush with my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to pack this all over the lid. Jax is over there filling herself.
I'm feeling this. Oh, really? This is like, my eyes look so pretty.
I'm so glad you like it, boo.
I really love, yeah, usually I'm not, I just really like these colors. That's so pretty.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is I usually don't like my makeup when people do it. Honestly, I've had my makeup done a few times and I'm like, whoa.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go under the eye now, and you know me, I love getting creative and crazy with colors. So I think for under the eye, I really want to mess around with Sign, that royal blue. It's definitely not as royal of a blue on my skin as it is in the pan. I mean, it's pretty, and it's laying down well. So far, the only one that I have a really big complaint with is that replay, that purple. It was horrible.
You don't want to replay that color. But just kidding.
The Jack's dad jokes. Here they go.
My dad jokes.
So, it's pigmented. It just needs like a double application, which I'm not surprised because, as you know, when we were doing these swatches, it was kind of, you know, fallouty and not, you know, you go over it twice. But yeah, no, the blue's good. The blue's good. It's pigmented. It's good. You just need a little bit of extra loving with this palette. Just a little bit of extra, you know, go in at a time and you're good. Alright, I'm going to keep it even more fun, and we're going to jump into Enigma. I want to use this light blue, and we're going to bring that all the way into the inner corner.
Ooh, I like that. That looks so pretty. It makes your eyes pop.
You're a perfect example of the people I talk to on my channel. Don't be afraid to play in color. Oh, wow. Very pretty, very pigmented. Interesting combo. I don't know what I'm doing. You guys already know what's up. You know my channel by now, come on. Say nothing new. I'm going to go into 911, the white on top. I'm going to use this for brow bone because I don't want shimmer, so I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to take this into the inner corner. I'm going to go ahead and go off camera really quick so that we can get this video over with. I'm going to do my liner, pop on my lashes, and then we'll be back to finish up the face. Alright guys, so now we are done with the eye look. So we're going to go ahead and finish things off. Let's go ahead and get into bronzer. I'm going to start with you. Do you know how to, we don't need to super contour, but do you know how to bronze? Okay, well, you're
Oh, like contour?
you go learn today. Yep.
Oh, I know how to do this, and then you do the side.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of harsh contour. I just like to bronze, right? So let me grab my bronzer and I'll kind of show you what I'm doing, and then you can decide if you want to do it that way or however you want to do it. But I'll just take a little bit and I just kind of go, remember, don't let the product go underneath, but I go from the ear, just kind of down to the cheek. Like this. So see, I got that color? And I don't like to go crazy with mine. I really don't like to go too crazy with my bronzer. And then I'll typically just pat, and I'll pat it up around the eye and back into the ear. And you just want to give your face a little color, because the foundation, anytime you're using foundation, it makes your skin flat. And the reality of it is, if you're not wearing makeup, is your skin flat? Absolutely not. So then what I'll do then is, for you, you don't need it as much as I do. I'll go up here a little bit with my bronzer. And then I just kind of bring it down the side of the lines. And I use, yeah, you don't really need a lot of bronzer because it's typically to make your forehead look smaller, right? So if you've already got a smaller forehead like you do, you don't really need as much. But you do want to add a little bit of color, right? A little bit of tan. Girl, you look so gorgeous. Now I take the denser, smaller one. I don't use that to line. So for me, you have a strong jawline, but you kind of have, we all have a little bit of fat under our chin, right? You have it, I have it. It just is what it is. So you're going to take a nice little amount on your denser brush. And what I do is I go, so watch me before you start, especially because you have a nice jawline, so you can really make it look nice. I have more of a rounded one, so I'm trying to get one like yours. So I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to go across, like an L. Down. So just follow right under the chin line and behind the ear, and don't come all the way to the front, just come right to the back of the chin. So look where I'm pointing. Don't come here, come here. On both sides. And just get a little bit of color on first. Don't worry about blending it. Just get that color where you want it, because it's going to shape and define that jawline. And then once I have it on, I go back to my other bigger fluffy brush, and then I just blend it. And then when you're blending it, what you can do is take the excess color, let me show you, and come down the V of the neck here. So right here you have this V.
Oh.
Yeah, it kind of gives you a nice little definition and shade in your neck. So you go this way and you just kind of bring it down the neck just in that one spot. And then make sure when you're blending up here that you're going behind the ear, because you can't see it, but other people can see if you have a harsh transition right here. And I just go straight down from eyebrow, so from inside of nostril to brow bone, to the inside of your eyebrow. Same thing here, inside of nostril to inside of your eyebrow. And then I'll usually just do a little bit right here. It just kind of makes the nose look like it's sticking up and perky and a little bit smaller. See, almost like that. Girl, I got a nose job look.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so see how your face is not
Like,
flat
why
anymore?
skinnier?
Look how pretty your face is. Girl, you're so pretty. I mean, you're pretty anyways, but like I've never really seen her with
makeup on.
Yeah, and it's like, wow.
Like a different person.
You look gorgeous. I mean, you're gorgeous
Aw.
anyways, but man, you look so pretty with
I
a
should
bunch of
wear makeup on.
Model. Oh my gosh.
I'll learn my makeup. See, look, now I'm hooked.
Oh, you will. Yeah, it's easy. I remember a time when I didn't wear makeup, and I don't know what happened. People wouldn't think I ever didn't wear makeup. Yes, I didn't forever. All right, so once we have that on, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of blush. I just kind of go tap, 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 tap. You're just adding a little pink rosiness. All right, so we're gonna get into highlighters. For me, I'm going to really quickly just throw on my Fenty Beauty. For you, we are gonna jump into my all-time favorite, Jeffree Star 24 Karat palette. And I think we're gonna go in with King Tut, which is a little bit of a browner highlighters, because I know you like the natural look, so we don't want to go too crazy with your highlights, so we want it to be more your skin tone.
Wow.
Now let's go ahead and pick out a lip color that you like. So we're gonna go ahead and set our beautiful faces. Close your eyes. Don't open your mouth.
Sorry. I say sorry to you. I'm the one dying.
So,
Sorry.
don't open your mouth while you're setting your face. And also, as much as you may hate having this, setting spray is what's gonna help lock this in place, so that as you're dancing and moving and sweating and doing
Sexing.
stuff, and sure that too, your makeup's not gonna come off.
Well, the purple, but everything else was bomb.
Yeah, everything else came out pretty good. That is the end of this. I think she looks absolutely amazing. She went with a more kind of natural look. I love the coppers. I, of course, went a little crazy with the colors because that's what I love to do. It's just my thing. So I think both eye looks came out really, really good. I will say...
Wow. You're great. She's great. I'm happy.
I'm so glad you love it. So that being said, guys, as far as review of the palette, it is my first time playing with Haus Laboratories. I am really picky with palettes. I've played with a lot of different palettes that I love. Haus Laboratories, the Stupid Love Palette, it is a good palette. It has great colors. It has great pigment. Overall, I'm happy with it. Overall, I will use it again. I will say there's quite a bit of fallout. With the formulas, you do have to go over them more than once with some of the colors, which is okay. It doesn't hurt anything. It's still better than a lot of cheaper palettes out there. So definitely it's a good palette. That purple though, what was the name of it? That purple?
No,
Replay.
Replay.
That color. Gaga, girl, I love you. I support you. I love this palette. It's a good palette. But that color did not blend well. It was a pain in the butt. Work on your purples, girl. Purples are hard though. Even there's so many palettes with bad purples. I mean, purple is one of the hardest colors to get right. So overall, good palette. Not the best ever. Good palette. I will use it. It's going to become a staple in my collection for sure. A lot of beautiful colors, a lot of beautiful pigments. You just gotta work a little harder with this one than you do with some others. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much, Jax, for being on my channel and coming and hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. It was so much fun. I apologize for the video being so long. As always, please like this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your friends. And with that being said, guys, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.